This is a video to show you how to deal with averages that occur with an online BBO tournament and how I actually deal with them. So what you can see here is the result of the Berwick tournament that was played last night. What I have in my downloads folder is the BBO extractor output that I took last night just after the tournament finished. So I'm going to edit this in Notepad, but you can look at it in any word processing document, Word or Notepad on Windows or anything. Anything, you can just look at the raw text and you can see it's just a jumble of names and numbers. And what I'm going to do is search for this for 50-50. And this is what BBO assigns to a board when the players run out of time and it can't determine what is very likely to happen. So if I do find next, we can see board 16 didn't finish, it didn't assign a score. And so I just look at one of the names who's on it, see that I recognize someone. And we also find on board 20, Jim Brown and also Keith Robertson on board 20, they didn't finish the boards then either. So what I'll do now is just go and look at the boards. So I clear this down, we'll just click on anybody's score so we can see the boards. So we'll go to board 16, look at the traveller. This is board 16, we can see there's an average here. So I'll click on the movie, and what I'll do is I'll step through the movie and find out where they got to. They probably didn't get very far if the computer can't work out what's going to happen. And we can see it's finished there after just 4 tricks. North-South room 1, no trump. We could just press on Gib, and that'll tell us what would happen if the declarer and the defence could see all the hands. But this isn't normally a very realistic assessment. We never quite know how people are going to play. On this hand, we can see declarer is going to cash 2 spade tricks. And he's got time to actually take the heart finesse, but we don't know whether he's going to do that. So he's going to make either 4 or 5 over tricks. And he's been given an average for it. Now, if I look at the hand, I can see that if he made 4 over tricks, he would get 210. And if he made 5, then he'd get slightly better than that, 230. And we might decide to adjust it, but it's going to be in the round. It's not going to be a huge difference in his score. So I'm not inclined to adjust that one because he's being given 50%. Now, if we go back to all the boards again, the other board was board 20. And we look at the traveller and we don't see any averages. Now, I've downloaded these records now this morning. We're looking at it 12 hours after the event was run. And what's happened is 2 players, KJ Rob and USP 272, they didn't finish within the time on the final board. But BBO subsequently adjusted the scores. However, I downloaded the results within 20 minutes of the tournament finishing, and at that point they had averages assigned. And so what I really need to do is to go back and re-download the new scores with the adjusted scores in it, and then upload them again to Pianola. And we can see on this hand, KJ Rob was given an average, and he really should have been given 16%. So it's only fair to adjust and do that. And the same for USP 272. They were slow, they didn't finish the board, and they were awarded 50% instead of 16.67%. So again, it's fair for it to be adjusted. And it's just a warning of 2 things. First, This is why we extend the time limit on the final round to allow people to play out hands so that we don't get averages assigned on the final round. And the other thing is, if you download the results before 20 minutes have expired after the end of the tournament, which to be fair, we normally always do, then it is worth checking the CSV file that comes from BBO Extractor to see if there are any 50/50s. Because if we click on KJ Robb's movie, as we would do if there was an average there, we can see he's in 4 spades, and we can step through the play. And that's where it stops. So after 6 tricks. But we can see, or he can see, he's got lots of heart losers here. So, and he can't establish the clubs. If we look at Gibb, he's always going at least 1 down on perfect play and perfect defense. And what's actually going to happen is he's going to play another diamond. He's going to pitch a heart on this. He's going to play another diamond and pitch another heart. He's then going to play the ace of clubs and then the queen of clubs. West will cover that because there's no reason not to. And then West knows when North roughs the club that he has no more clubs left. So he'll pitch clubs and he'll keep his queen of hearts to defeat the contract by 1. So that's a very likely result that will happen. So you can either adjust the result as we've shown in other videos, or you can wait 20 minutes and then allow BBO to do it, all its own stuff internally, go through BBO Extractor after 20 minutes, pull all the results down, and then you'll be fine. And I hope that explains what's happened here.